Milestones are one of those interpretive ways of interpretive contributions to progress, right? I mean, when I was writing that book, um, you know, a word at a time, a sentence at a time. Well, I knew intellectually that that was progress, but it seems like it's going to go on forever at that rate. But when you finish a chapter, it provides you a way of looking back, looking forward, say, "Ooh, I'm now, you know, 2/3 the way through the book or whatever." You know, those little chapter head. I came to think that the chapter headings help the writers have a sense of progress, and also the readers. You imagine reading a book that had no chapters, or just kind of continuous flow, right? It chunks the information into different areas of content, but it also gives you a sense of progress as you're getting through it. So I think milestones are a pretty important motivational device. I think good leaders celebrate milestones, point them out to people, or even in meetings say things like, "Do you remember? It was just 5 months ago we sat here and talked about this as a possibility, and now we're almost there." And people say, "Yeah, yeah, we have," because in the day-to-day activity of the doing of this and the handling of the details and so on, sometimes you lose track of the purpose. You know, the way I say it sometimes is, your day is usually filled with the doing of activities, but what you're looking for, right, is a sign of progress on the task purpose, right? And it's good to have those, to provide those. I mentioned celebrations just now. Celebrations are a wonderful way of reinforcing notions of progress. It doesn't have to be when the task is completed. It can be at different stages in the process. Celebrations are about emotions, about the emotions of progress, and sharing them with other people and amplifying them in some way. And that's pretty powerful stuff. We also talked about access to customers. In many cases, the work you're doing benefits someone. You have a client or a customer, or you're doing it for somebody in a different department, and so on. And having direct access to those customers gives you that kind of feedback. You can see how important it is to the other person. So sometimes, the cook is allowed to come out of the kitchen and talk to the customers, and they rave about his food or her food, and then he or she goes back in the kitchen and feels, re-energized, right, to keep doing that even in the heat back there. And another building block of progress is measuring improvement. What I found is that some of the reinforcers for progress depend on the kind of task you have. If you have long cycle time tasks like writing a book or designing a program, then you need milestones along the way to have a sense of progress, right? On the other hand, if you have a task that's really has a short cycle time, then half a day or something like that, or even 5 minutes or 30 seconds on an assembly line or something like that, then that's not evidence of, you don't need a milestone in those tasks. But what you do need is some kind of measurement of change, about doing it better or faster, or usually it's quality that gets people excited, it's not speed. Efficiency experts tend to get excited by efficiencies. Workers do not on the whole get excited by doing things faster or doing more of things. They're more interested in quality. I think the research shows that.